So I got a text in the beginning of September. My customer wanted this patio pressure washed. He wanted his home office painted and the master bathroom. I know this guy. I've been working for him for a while. It always turns into a lot more than just what he says in the text the first time. So I always try to keep a little extra time, between this job and whatever's coming up next. You can see that's the office, then here's the master bathroom. And then wait, you'll see all the other stuff that he added on. This is his guest house next door to the other house I just showed you. He asked if I could pressure wash all the railings and the decking and underneath the decks too. There's two really big decks that wrap around the house, and then there's a little small one, like a little balcony on the third floor. Make sure you stick around to the end because I'm just getting started. Here's the view from the decks, and his other house is off to the left of this shot here. So here's the front porch to the house that I did the decks on, and he asked me if I could cut back those hydrangeas. So of course I'm not a landscaper, but I said, yeah, I can cut back the hydrangeas. He said, oh, hold on a minute. He ran over to his other house, grabbed these hedge clippers, and next thing you know, I'm landscaping. Then, of course, he wanted the porch to be pressure washed, so here I am pre-treating it with a foam cannon. One other thing, he doesn't want any bleach because he had tried a 30-second cleaner himself on this porch here, and thing's got a haze over it now, brand new Trex decking. Basically, it's ruined now, but still functional, but it doesn't look as hot as it should, but he wanted to do something himself. He's a DIYer sometimes. Here's the after on the front porch after I landscaped and pressure washed. Then, of course, he wanted the driveway gates to be primed and painted. So after scraping them and busting my knuckles up and sanding them, here I am priming them with Rust-Oleum Rusty Metal Primer. After prepping and priming the gates, I'm using Rust-Oleum Protective Enamel Black Semi-Gloss, and I'm using a Sherlock Mini. It's a 4-inch roller. I got a brush, and then I hit it with some spray paint. And he knows these gates, because it's down by the ocean, they deteriorate fast, so he just likes me to do it like this, and he's like, just come back and do it every year. Then why not do the gates and the fences at the other house, the main house I call it. So I primed these with the Rust-Oleum Rusty Metal Primer and hit them with 2 coats of the protective enamel. Here I am leaving the main house, do the gates that I painted. And don't worry, there's plenty more work coming up. This guy's real generous. Oh, I almost forgot to show you the after on the decks that I did. And I also painted those garage doors. I used Benjamin Moore Regal Select soft gloss on the doors. Then I figured why not throw in the master bathroom, the before and after. I used Benjamin Moore Regal Select eggshell finish pashmina on the walls, and then I used Regal Select semi-gloss white dove on the trim. Nice contrast. The colors go together good. And look, the automatic toilet. Oh, and a phone by the toilet. You don't see that much anymore. Then he asked if I could do the hallway, the stairwell, and there's a hallway upstairs outside the master bath and the office going into the master bedroom. So I painted that too, but it was a tight area. I couldn't really film that great in there. Plus he was working and coming in and out, so I just left that out. But did the hallways. This hallway here, the stairwell, it was just the walls. They said they had complained that people keep hitting their suitcases against the walls. They have a lot of guests coming and going. And the wife left to go on a trip to New York, and she put 2 scuff marks, so me and the owner were laughing. He's like, oh, she blamed it on the kids and the guests. It's her. So on this hallway, they just wanted the walls painted. I used Benjamin Moore Regal Select flat finish dove white, and I always forget if it's white dove or dove white. And then I just put everything back the way I found it. And if you look above me where I'm working now, when I'm putting the rug back, there's a hole in the ceiling. You'll see me come by there's a vent. They asked me if I could, hit it with some white. So I took it outside and spray painted it with Rust-Oleum protective enamel white semi-gloss. Now I'm back over at the guest house. There's about 40 sections of metal fence, and they got these little aluminum circles, like a decorative thing. They get covered in aluminum oxidation. The paint really doesn't stick to them. He asked if I could just hit him with a spray can, and I was just hitting the fence at the bottom. There's all green algae, so I was hitting it with some Pool Essentials chlorinated liquid and water, 50-50 mix. And I'm just using a Zepp's professional spray bottle. Here's the aluminum oxidation, and I'm just hitting it with some Rust-Oleum protective enamel, flat black. It holds up for about a year, and it looks all right. And he knows it's gonna, it's not gonna last. So he's like, just come every year and do this. I almost forgot, back in the main house there was some water damage around these windows, so I ended up doing some patches, and then I primed and painted the wall and the windows. So you can see the job goes from a couple of things to a bunch of stuff, and weeks worth of work. I still got to go back to the main house. I'm going to hit the front door with some spy urethane. I had refinished it a few years ago. He just wants another coat on that. And then there's some knots showing through on some of the interior trim that he wants me to hit with some primer and repaint it. So, and whatever else, he may come up with a couple other things. So I'm just goofing around like I'm complaining about this. I'm real happy about the work. And this customer, he's a tech CEO in Silicon Valley. He flies me out to his mansion out there to work too. Yeah, I was really fortunate to find this customer. And 2 years ago, I was out at his house, and it's actually a big mansion out in Silicon Valley. And he said, Peter, the reason I fly out here, he said, you do excellent work, and two, you're a really nice guy. And I've had a couple of his friends and his sister-in-law tell me, like, they love you. Him and his wife they love me, and I love them. So not all customers are equal, and these people like look out for me, and they appreciate my hard work. So anyway, not all the customers do. So I was lucky to find them. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I got plenty more videos, and who knows, maybe this year they'll fly me out to California again. You get to show you that place too. But he hasn't mentioned anything about that, but I did go out there 2 years in a row. Last year was the 1 year I didn't go out there. I was kind of bummed out because it's a beautiful place to go, and I enjoy working out there.